My beloved child, let your heart open to joy, but do not open it with the haste of fear. I want you to hear this in peace. I have seen your season of waiting. I have heard the sighs you hid in the night. I have known the days when you looked at your circumstances and wondered when the burden would finally be lifted. There were times when you thought your waiting was only an empty space. But in my eyes, no season you pass through with faithfulness is ever wasted. I was with you in the days when you had no answer. In the evenings when you tried to hold on to hope. In the moments when you thought you had been forgotten amid the rushing flow of life. You are not forgotten. You have never fallen from my merciful sight. I do not want you to believe that my blessing only comes within a countdown moment and then disappears forever if you do not respond in time. My love is not that fragile, and my grace does not operate through threats. Yet, I still call you to be watchful, because there are opportunities I place near you that the weary can easily overlook. There are reminders I sow into your heart that distraction can blur. There are doors opening slightly with peace. But old disappointment makes you afraid to approach them. So listen not in panic, but in the recognition that I am still working, still arranging, still leading you out of the narrow place of anxiety. You have asked me for provision, for your burden to become lighter, for a way to step out of financial pressure and the days when you have had to calculate every small thing. I do not take that lightly. I know money is not everything, but I also know that when lack continues for a long time, it can make you weary, steal your sleep, make you shrink back, and make you feel as though joy has been locked behind numbers. I do not want debt, lack, or shame to rule you. I want you to enter deeper freedom, where you know how to steward what you have. Recognize what I send. Work with faithfulness. Spend with wisdom. And receive help without losing dignity. Remember, my people in the wilderness, when they no longer had stored food and did not know what they would eat tomorrow. I did not let them starve in the dry place. I gave manna each day, enough for the need of that day, so they would learn that their life did not depend only on visible storehouses, but on my faithfulness. But I also taught them not to hoard in greed, not to let fear of tomorrow ruin the blessing of today. Do you see? My provision is both a gift and a lesson. I can give what you need, but I also teach you how to receive without disorder, keep without greed, use without waste, and give thanks without forgetting the source. In the same way, the restoration I am leading you into is not merely a stream of money that comes and goes. I want to restore the joy that pressure has dried up. I want to restore the pure confidence that old failures caused you to lose. I want to restore the way you look at the future, so you no longer wake up feeling chased by worry. I want to restore your family, your loved ones, and the generations after you through wiser choices that begin today. When I heal a life, I do not touch only one isolated problem. I restore order, renew habits, open your eyes to responsibility, and sow within you a peace deep enough that you are no longer swept away by glittering promises. Be careful with voices that use wealth to make you afraid or greedy. Not every word about blessing carries my tone. There are words that make you believe one outward action will change everything. Yet they do not lead you toward wisdom, do not call you to live faithfully, do not teach you stewardship, and do not make your heart more peaceful. What comes from me will not make you tremble, as though I am about to close the door on you. What comes from me draws you back to truth. Gratitude, watchfulness, and doing what is right in small things. I do not manipulate your faith. I nurture it so it may mature. If there is hope in your heart for a new season, guard that hope with humility. Ask me to open doors, but also ask me to teach you to discern which door truly comes from the light. Ask me for provision, but also ask me for a heart that knows contentment. Ask me to help you pay your debts, but also ask me for the courage to face reality. Restore order. Learn what needs to be learned. Cut away what drains you, and step out of old cycles. There are blessings I prepare not only to make you happy for one evening, but to build a foundation within you for many years to come. I have seen you fight when no one believed you. I have seen you keep rising after criticism, misunderstandings, and days when every door seemed closed. I know you have smiled at others while your own heart quietly broke under pressure. I know you have sown goodness when you yourself needed to be lifted. I know you have kept kindness in a season when bitterness seemed easier. None of these things is lost before me. But when I restore you, I do not do it so you may enter pride or rivalry. I restore you so you will know that faithfulness bears fruit. Endurance has a season, and tears placed in my hands can become water for a new garden. Let joy return to you. Not a shallow joy based on a specific number, but the deep joy of one who knows they are being led. Rejoice because you can still begin again. Rejoice because lack is not your identity. Rejoice because I can use the little to open what is sufficient. Rejoice because what once made you ashamed can become the place where you learn compassion for others. Rejoice because my protection not only keeps you from what is harmful, but also teaches you not to chase what only disguises itself as good. When your heart learns to rejoice in me, you will no longer be easily swept away by every voice promising riches while leaving unrest behind. My beloved child, place before me your debts, your needs, your desires, your plans, and even the fears you have not dared to name. Let me teach you to walk step by step. Perhaps the first step is to reorder what you already have. Perhaps it is to speak with the person you need to speak to. Perhaps it is to learn a new skill. Perhaps it is to receive a small opportunity with faithfulness. Perhaps it is to release a draining habit. Perhaps it is to ask for help in the right place. Do not despise the first step simply because it does not look like a great miracle. Many rivers begin from a small spring, and many seasons of restoration begin with a humble decision in an ordinary day. Be at peace, my child. I do not withhold mercy in order to test you through fear. I do not bless you so that you will become dependent on urgent pressure. I am your Father, the one who knows your needs, the one who opens doors at the right time, the one who teaches you to steward, the one who restores joy, the one who turns dry ground into a place where green shoots can grow. Receive hope today with a clean heart, a clear mind, and hands ready to do what is right. When the new season comes, you will not only see provision, you will realize that I have quietly renewed you from within. So you may step into what is good with steadiness, gratitude, and love, no longer ruled by fear. My beloved child, keep this in your heart. I am not the Father who forgets those who have been faithful in the hidden place. I have seen you in the hours when no one else saw. I have seen you cry when the whole world thought you were fine. I have seen you continue giving even when you yourself were in lack. I have seen you keep your heart tender, though it has been wounded many times. I have seen you stand through storms others never knew you had to face. Not one of your sacrifices has been lost from my sight. Not once have you chosen what is right in pain without me remembering it. Not one tear you sowed in faith has become meaningless before me. The things you endured are not proof that you were abandoned. They are the places where I quietly trained you, kept you, deepened your roots, and prepared you for something greater than what you once asked for. You have not merely survived. You have endured, risen, kept walking, and held on to faith even when your heart trembled. There were seasons that should have made you collapse, but my grace lifted you. There were words that should have made you close your heart, but I still preserved tenderness within you. There were pressures that should have made you let go, but I placed within you a strength even you do not fully understand. Therefore, the blessing I am preparing for you is not small. It will not touch only an immediate need and then disappear. It carries restoration, honor, peace, and an opened way. I do not only want to fill your hands, I want to lift your dignity again. I do not only want to solve what you lack, I want to change the way you see yourself, the way you see the future, and the way you walk in trust toward me. What I do in your life does not stop with money. There are doors I open that will affect your children and the generations after you. There are healings I begin within you that will cut off old cycles from your family line. There is wisdom I place in your heart that will become a foundation for those who come after you. I am teaching you not only to receive blessing, but to steward it with humility, integrity, and gratitude. My child, those who once laughed at you will not have the final word over your story. Those who once doubted you do not have the authority to decide your worth. Those who once spoke badly behind your back cannot erase what I have placed upon your life. I am the one who prepares a table for you in the very place where opposition once stood. I am the one who restores honor where you were once despised. I am the one who can cause the very land that once made you cry to become the place where I reveal my faithfulness. Do not fear the curses spoken against you. Do not fear the delays that once made you weary. Do not fear the forces that tried to keep you in lack, shame, and anxiety. Nothing is greater than my power. No darkness is stronger than my light. No opposition can nullify what I have spoken in my holy will. I am your Father. I am your provider. I am your protector. I do not lie, and my word does not return empty. When I speak restoration, what was lost no longer has the right to rule you. When I speak an open way, a closed door is no longer the end. When I speak freedom, the chains that once bound you must begin to lose their power. I am removing from you the chains of a poverty mindset. I am healing within you the fear that you will always live in lack. I am wiping away from your heart the shame of seasons when you had to struggle. I am teaching you to walk as one who is loved, preserved, and led. Not as one who must always beg for survival, Your prayers have sown seeds in the hidden place, and I have seen every one of those seeds. Some were sown with tears. Some were sown through obedience. Some were sown in days when you were no longer sure whether you had enough strength to keep believing. But my beloved child, in my hands, no seed of faith dies in vain. At the season I appoint, what was sown in pain will bear fruit in restoration. So stand firm. Do not let the past say you are unworthy. Do not let delay say, I have forgotten you. Do not let old lack teach you to fear new blessing. I am bringing you out of the narrow place, not so you may become proud, but so you may testify of my faithfulness. I am restoring you, not only so you may have more, but so you may become a steward of what I give with a healed heart. You have been seen, you have been heard, you have been kept, and what I began in your life, I will complete in my perfect timing. Receive peace, receive wisdom, receive the strength to keep walking. The season of pain is not your whole story. I am still writing, and the chapter ahead will bear the mark of restoration, honor, and my grace upon your life. Tonight, my presence will pass through your home like a mighty holy wind, carrying peace, restoration, and the reminder that you have never been forgotten. You will recognize that I am not as far away as weariness once made you think. I have seen the room where you silently worried, the table where you placed papers you did not know how to resolve, the nights when you were quiet while your heart was full of questions. I saw you trying to remain calm before numbers, before rejections, before doors that seemed to close the moment your hand touched them. But my beloved child, those bills do not have the right to bury you. Those rejections do not have the right to name your future. Those pressures are not the throne ruling your life. I am stepping into the place where tension once existed to lay down peace, touching the place where fear once lived to open steadiness, and bringing abundance into the place where you once saw only lack. Do not think I only pass by as a fleeting emotion and then leave. When I come, I bring order. When I come, chaotic things must begin to settle. When I come, the home that was heavy with anxiety will be covered with the gentleness of faith. You may have grown used to living like someone who must always hold everything up alone. Always think one step ahead. Always calculate, so you will not collapse beneath the weight of tomorrow. But I say to you, you were not created to live in prolonged panic. I do not want you merely to survive from one month to the next. Merely breathe through each pressure. Merely hope for a fragile bit of help from people. I want you to stand in the assurance that your Father knows the way to your house, knows your needs, knows your burdens, and knows the right time to open what no one can close. There are things that have been held back for a long time, not because I am powerless, but because I am preparing you to receive without losing humility. There are resources that did not come sooner, not because you were overlooked, but because I am building within you a foundation strong enough that what is given will not shake you. Tonight, let your heart become still. Do not let fear make you look at everything through old eyes. Do not let the memory of previous disappointments say this time will be the same. I am not bound by your past. I am not limited by human systems. I can use a call, a decision, a person, an opportunity, an idea, or an unexpected turn to open the way for you. What others withheld, I can cause to be released. What seemed blocked, I can turn into a path. What appears delayed in your eyes is still being arranged on time in my hands. I am not only sending a small sign to comfort you, I am covering you with protection wider than you can see. Understand that there are movements around you that natural eyes cannot measure. I am placing timely help near your life, removing obstacles that are no longer allowed to hinder you, and pulling you out of the cycle of lack and self-doubt. Your name is not lost in the crowd. Your prayer is not mixed into the noise of the world. What I have recorded about you remains intact before me. The times you kept reverence when others took holy things lightly. The times you chose humility when you could have reacted with pride. The times you continued to live uprightly, though no one applauded you. I saw, I heard, I remembered, my beloved child. The abundance I bring is not to make you show off or live distant from others. It comes to rebuild you, and through you, to rebuild many others. It comes to free you from the shrinking posture of fear, from a life that only tries to avoid loss, from the feeling of always being behind. When I lift you, I do not only lift your finances, I lift your vision. I teach you no longer to see yourself as one cornered by pressure, but as one entrusted. I teach you no longer to live like someone only waiting to be rescued, but to become one who can lift others through mercy, wisdom, and open hands. You will not only have enough to breathe, you will learn to build. You will not only be pulled out of pressure, you will be placed in a position where you can lead with peace. Yet listen to me with a tender heart. True prosperity does not begin with full hands, but with a corrected heart. If fear still fills you inside, then even if you receive much, you will still feel lacking. If haste still fills you inside, then even if the door opens, you may still step incorrectly. If you still want to prove something to those who once looked down on you, blessing will be pulled into the battle of the ego. Therefore, I will do more than place resources in your hands. I will teach you to carry those resources with purity. I will teach you to steward instead of scatter, to sow in the right place instead of being driven by emotion, to keep boundaries instead of letting kindness be exploited, to give without losing discernment. What I give you will not make you chaotic. It will make you mature if you continue to remain near me. The closed doors taught you patience, but they are not your final dwelling place. The waiting seasons trained you, but they must not make you believe your life is only waiting. I am moving you from standing outside the door to being invited in. I am changing your role from one always searching for support to one who can become support for those who tremble. People will come to you not only because of what you have, but because of the peace you carry. Someone will be encouraged when they hear you tell how I preserved you through days that seemed to have no way. Someone will learn faith again when they see how I raised you without allowing you to become proud. You will no longer be wounded in the old way if you allow me to teach you to walk in new wisdom. I do not promise that your life will never face trials, but I promise that you will no longer face trials as one without refuge. What opens in this season will strengthen your faith, not draw you away from me. It will build a foundation beneath your feet, not place an illusion before your eyes. It will cause you to understand that I do not only come to resolve a situation, but to re-establish the way you live, the way you believe, and the way you look toward the future. Do not only prepare to receive, prepare to become someone worthy of stewarding what is entrusted. Do not only long for one evening of relief, long for a life restored into holy order. So tonight, when the wind passes gently through your home, when the room seems quieter, when your heart suddenly softens, know that I am near. Lay down panic. Stop calling yourself by the name of lack. Stop bowing before rejection. Let me speak a new word over you. You are remembered. You are led. You are restored. You are being prepared to enter spaciousness with purpose. I will not only bring you through, I will make you stand firm. I will not only bring you out of the narrow place, I will teach you to live in the wide place without losing humility. I will not only give you help, I will make your life become a source of help. My child, open the door of your heart tonight. My peace is coming. My arrangement is moving. And what I began in you will not stop at survival, but will lead you into a life that is full, clear, and used for what is good. This is the kind of breakthrough that does not only touch you personally, but also uproots the heavy cycles that have followed your family for many generations. The invisible patterns that have quietly shaped your thoughts, emotions, and choices for a very long time. My child, listen with a trusting and open heart. I am doing something deeper than any outward change you have ever hoped for, greater than the temporary rescue you once prayed for, and more enduring than any passing joy you have ever experienced. I do not only want you to escape a difficult season and then return to the old cycle. I want you to step into an entirely new order, where what once bound you no longer has the right to repeat, where lack is no longer passed from one generation to another like a sorrowful inheritance, where fear is no longer allowed to sit at your family table like a familiar guest. I am placing your name beside complete restoration, beside abundance with purpose, beside a future rewritten by grace, where every step you take carries the mark of renewal and hope. My beloved child, you are stepping into a new land, where the heavy words once spoken over your life will be reversed by my powerful word. What others called an ending, I can turn into a radiant beginning. What others called failure, I can use as the foundation for a mighty rising. What once made you bow your head in shame will become the place where I reveal my kindness and healing. I will protect your home not only from visible dangers, but also from invisible pressures. I will guard your family, every relationship, every heart. I will place peace where there was prolonged tension, light where darkness once covered, steadiness where there was anxiety and wavering. Do not let your heart be ruled by gloomy forecasts, by hidden schemes you cannot control, or by fear of disasters that have not come. I am the one who goes before you, covers you from every side, and keeps you with a love that never sleeps and never diminishes. I have built around you a wall of fire for protection, a covering that cannot be seen with natural eyes, yet is always present. This does not mean you will never face trials, but it means trials do not have the right to decide your destiny or define who you are. The fire may be hot, but I can stand with you in the fire and not allow you to be burned. The night may be deep and long, but I remain the light that does not go out in your midnight hour. There were times when you thought you were alone amid pressure and burdens. But in truth, I was there, closer than your breath, keeping you from breaking, lifting you from the pit of despair, and reminding you that this story does not end in the hands of darkness. I do not send this word merely to comfort you for a moment and then let you forget it. I send this word so you may recognize that a powerful movement has begun in places you cannot yet see, in depths you have not yet touched. Chains are gradually being loosened, link by link, even though you may not yet feel it all. Doors once closed, once discouraging to you, are being reconsidered by me according to my perfect timing. Delayed treasures are not only money or material things, but also inner peace, clarity of thought, strength to continue, timely opportunities, deep healing, and the right connections you need. The storm has taught you many precious things, but it is not allowed to make its home in your life or define your future. I am calling the wind to be still. I am calling your heart back to deep calm. I am sending support near you in ways you cannot arrange or imagine by yourself. What you need to do is not panic or try to force the miracle to happen according to your will, but stand firm in obedience. Keep your heart pure and open your hands to receive what I am preparing with trust. You are not here by accident. This moment carries sacred meaning because it touches the very place where your pain once cried silently. The prayers you thought had dissolved into empty space are still present before me. The nights when you quietly asked for a sign, for an answer, I heard and remembered. The times when you wondered whether blessing was still meant for you. I looked upon you with eyes full of mercy and patience. And now, I am showing you that my promise can meet your pain and bring forth transforming power. Do not doubt merely because you have not yet seen the full shape of what I am doing. Do not delay in obedience simply because fear wants to keep you in the familiar place where you feel safe but cannot grow. Trust me in this very moment. But do not trust with haste or worry. Trust with deep peace. Step toward the light I am opening, not as one being forced, but as a child who knows their father is leading with love and wisdom. The door I open will carry purity, steadiness, and the mark of true peace. The blessing I give will not arrive slower than your fear. It will come at the right time, in the right way, and with enough strength to make you understand why I told you to wait for so long. You are protected. You are called by name with worth and purpose. You are being led into a new season full of hope, and what I am doing will not only lift you up, but will also reset a strong foundation for those who come after you. So they will not have to carry the burdens you once carried.